Hey, what's up guys, Bajheera here. Now this video is going to serve two purposes. One, to let you guys know what I personally used my resources on in week 1 of Dragonflight Season 4. Two, I want to take a second and maybe try to do a walkthrough for what new or returning players need to do to get themselves set up for PvP upon, logging into the game for the first time in a while. So that second part is going to be probably a little bit like disorganized, so bear with me on that. This is just something that I want to do, so I'm sitting down to do it. Haven't done a lot of planning ahead of time, but let's get to it. So, I'm going to show you what I did on my main warrior, first things first, because I think this might be, like I said, it's a two-part video. People might just want to know, okay, so I'm playing the game, I know what's going on, I know how to do everything, I just want to know what you did with your stuff. So, here's what I did with my stuff, guys. I used my first conquest points that we farmed up to buy conquest shoulders, which I converted to tier shoulders using the creation catalyst. I spent the remaining of my conquest points on the mastery versatility amulet, which I put mastery and haste gems into. And then I used my token that you get for hitting 1600 in any rated PvP bracket. I went ahead and used that on the chest. So now I have my 2-piece bonus, which is awesome. And I have a nice mastery neck, which I already have socketed with the stat and mastery gems. So we're set on that. All good to go. And then I used my crafting stuff that we got, the 2 sparks plus the little crafting reagent thing that you get. I used that on recrafting my Infurious War Boots of Impunity up to, this season. What I did not spend anything yet is my Trophies of Strife. So what I plan to do with my Trophies of Strife is to come on over to here next week after doing the quest and picking up this bad boy, the Draconic Warmonger's Impaler. We're going to grab that Versatility Mastery Polearm, and we should be swanging and banging pretty hard. So, again, to review. Conquest points invested into tier shoulders, essentially, right? You buy the PvP shoulders, convert them to tier, and then I went and had to grab the necklace, and I used my 1600 token to grab the chest. I upgraded my boots, and then I am saving world PvP resources for the two-hander, okay? So if you guys know what's going on, all that makes sense, great, awesome. For those of you guys who are like, okay, wait, what? Like, where's the creation catalyst? How do I craft boots? Like, what, there's a token? Where do I redeem this token? All right, this is the second part of the video, all right? So I am gonna log into my alt and kind of walk you through what it might look like if you, this guy needs to hit with the flex. He's following me around. I see you, bro. What's up, man? Big flex for you, brother. We need to log into my new guy, right? So I haven't played this guy yet. Here's what you do, right? Say like you're coming back or you just boosted a character. You're like, okay, so I'm logging in. What the heck is going on here? All right, so the first thing you need to do is look at your currency. Do you have honor points? If you are maxed out in honor, heck yeah. If you're not maxed out in honor, you're probably going to want to do just good old Battleground Blitz. The reason I recommend Battleground Blitz is because you earn honor, you earn conquest, and it actually progresses your vault too. Which is insane, right? This is going to be the bracket that's going to be the rated solo queue BG's next expansion, but right now it's still giving you a whole lot of good stuff. So upon walking into this room, and this room is right here in Valdrakken, you're going to come over here. You want to grab the World PvP Weekly. It's collecting 100 Sparks of Life in Onaran Plains while in war mode. You can get that from killing enemy players, from looting the war supply drop that drops, or killing assassins, or just doing world quests in the area. So you want to get that. That's how you get your 8 little Trophies of Strife, which are what you spend to get purple world PvP gear, along with bloody tokens, which you get for doing world quests, killing players, whatnot.
Goodbye now.
Now, with Militia, you're going to want to pick up Proving in War, because Proving in War, which is the Epic Battlegrounds, will give you a weekly awakened activity. So this is going to give you one little sort of spark of awakening shard, which you combine 2 of those, which you should be able to get those this week, 2 of them. into like Spark of Awakening, which you use to craft. So when we're talking about crafting my boots with a work order, that's how you do it. So you can get these from doing one of 3 things. I mean, honestly, one of 4 things. And this is just for my PvP players out there. You can get them randomly for winning an arena or whatever, but you can get them from doing the weekly War Mode PvP quest, which we just picked up. You can get it from the Epic BG, earning honor in Epic BG's quest, or this one, earning honor in rated BGs. And now Militia will always have like 2 quests that you can do that are weeklies that give you that stuff. And it gives you Conquest, it gives you honor, and it gives you the little Spark shard thing. You also should pick up the BG Brawl thing. I said BG Brawl, but it's Battleground Blitz, sorry. Because if you're doing that, a lot of that to farm your honor and your conquest, you can use this, quest turn in to get more of that. So you're gonna walk over here. You're gonna buy your honor gear. So the honor gear is green. Does he already have a piece? No, that's old stuff. This is my other alt. So let's get rid of all this junk. Gonna buy all this stuff. So for a warrior, mostly what I bought was the haste versus weapon. Here, I guess I'll probably just buy it for myself. But we have enough honor that we could probably buy some different options. If you're Fury, you probably just go Versatility Mastery. And arguably, you might go Versatility Mastery anyway. Because we are going to want a lot of that. Now, we'll grab some haste verse here. Again, if you have enough resources, you might just want to buy like a couple different options. Because there is definitely some situations where you're going to want to be wearing like Mastery. This guy doesn't have any of this stuff yet, so we're just going to buy him just the works here. Buy him haste verse where you can get it for the most part. Versatility Mastery where you can't. You're going to have basically like, kind of want to have like 28, 27, or up to 30% haste. And then the rest versatility. So again, what I did on my main warrior is I have like a mix and match of these things. Where I have some things that are haste, some things that are verse, or sort of some things that are mastery. And it, allows me to kind of mess with my stats as I get more gear. But yeah, you just upgrade all this stuff. Get your gear going. This is what I can do because I have some honor stocked up in this guy. But if you don't have honor, this is what you're going to be working towards being able to do, right? Just equipping all of your new gear and getting it going. So that's where you get honor gear. And then when I talk about getting conquest, the conquest vendor is right next to this dude. So you talk to the guy for all the honor. Wait, what? Okay. That's confusing because my other belt for this guy was green. Because we only played him for like a second last season. But alright. So once we've got all our trinkets and everything all set up and good to go, boom, we are now 515 eye level and we're pumping. So once we get the conquest, again, what I did, you don't have to do this, but this is what I did. I bought shoulders, doesn't matter which ones, and then I bought the mastery neck. And then once you got all that, and you say, all right, I got my conquest now what do I do? Well, before we leave town, let me just show you another thing. In terms of upgrading or crafting your boots, here's the work order station, okay? The things that you need to get from the work order station are going to be, first of all, so I would probably say skillful limited this time. It doesn't need to be all caps. Skillful limited diamond, because I think we're going to need more mastery in our gear. This time around, it's going to be really easy to get the haste we need. It's going to be really easy to get the verse we need. So you're probably going to be stacking more mastery, and then some crit later on can be fine too. But you're going to want to get a skillful limited, a skillful limited diamond. We're going to want the Infurious War Boots of Impunity. These are awesome. Verse mastery. They give you strength buff whenever you apply loss of control effect, like Stormbolt or even charge. And then at some point, we're going to want to craft a molten. I think is it Great Helm? Just Molten Helm or something. Let me see where it is. What's it called? Just a good old Primal Molten Helm. Okay. We're going to want to craft this. And you can craft this with a number of little effects. I think you will either go for the tether that gives me secondary stats, or I could even go with the one where you have mastery buff above 90% health. But those are the 3 things that I'm probably going to be crafting. I'm probably not going to be crafting this. So you can craft these with a work order. The boots, you're going to use one of your PvP things that you get on the boots, and you'll use the other one on the helmet. the reason why we're crafting the helmet and not some other slot is because you are going to want to wear your probably 4-piece. Even if you don't want to wear a 4-piece, I'll just go through it. Haste Mastery is fine. Haste Versatility is good. Haste Versatility is good. Crit Versatility is not optimal, but it will take some crit and not be losing too much verse. The helmet is heavy crit, haste, so I'm like, okay, that's what we're crafting. So we can have 4-piece. You craft the helmet using these work orders, and what you do for work orders is you look at what you need. You buy this thing off the auction house. You get the spark from doing the 2 quests or whatever quest that you do, the World PvP quest and a BG quest, World PvP quest and an Arena quest, if that's what's next week. But this week is what we have. We have the rated BG quest, the epic BG quest, the World PvP weekly, and then maybe you just get one randomly. That happens too. And then you grab, for this particular one, but you don't need to craft this week, but I guess I'll just tell you because here we are. You'll grab, you're basically like you don't need to worry about this, I don't think, but you do need your spark. This would be an old spark, but you need your spark. You're going to need a missive to either make it, like haste verse, verse mastery, or haste mastery, depending on what your stats look like. So you buy these off the auction house. You're going to get an embellishment, which is either going to be like the tether, or so here's the, yeah, so this is not the healing one's called the tether. It's actually called verdant conduit, I believe. But yeah, so this one, verdant conduit, is fine. The blue silken lining is kind of what I think I might try. This above 90% health, add mastery kind of thing. And then you put all those in. Then you put in your PvP thingy as well. You're gonna get 2 of these. Remember from doing the quest that you get from winning. I don't know if I mentioned that. You get a quest to turn into the honor or conquest guy. I forget which one, but it's one of those 2 dudes. You get this from winning any type of BG that gives you like a box. So like it's a BG. I called it a BG again. It's any kind of PvP. So any kind of PvP, like a skirmish, a battleground, an arena, a rated battleground, a solo shuffle, whatever. You'll get a quest to talk to this guy. This guy will just give you these 2 things. He'll give you a draconic trophy of thingy, and it'll either be for legs and whatever, or it'll be for like basically you get one for your boots, one for your helmet, so you're good. And you combine all those things with the work order. You can either put it to public, or you can ask in trade chat for someone to make it for you. They'll say, hey, I can make that for you, and then you send it to them personally. Put a tip if you want to. Boom. That's how crafting works. For the war boots, it's kind of the same thing, so if you don't have all the other options. The war boots are just buy these items, provide your spark. You don't really need this. You don't want to use this as PvE stuff. You don't need the idle level for your boots to be high for PvP. So don't worry about this. Just put in your little trophy. Make sure that when you hover over it, it says it's going to scale to 528. It should. Boom, good to go. That's all you need to do for this week. Okay. And then the diamond, you need to provide these reagents. Do recommend that you find somebody who can do it, so that make sure that it goes to 3-star, because you do actually want this to be 3-star. So buy good mats, give it to somebody who can do it, give a commission. Boom. All right. You guys still with me? Again, it's a little bit disorganized, but I'm trying to help my new and or returning homies out. So now what we're doing is we are making our way to the creation catalyst. I think it's called the revival catalyst, but it's all the way out here. It's not actually that far away. But maybe before I do that, I'll show you guys. When you get 1600 in a rated bracket of any kind, you're gonna get a token. You take this token right over here. You see where we are? We're chilling right out here. There's the little book thing, the engine of innovation. You go right over here in this little house, talk to this lady, and this is where you redeem your token for, on the right side, the PvP options, right? So my recommendation and what I actually did was go ahead and pick up the chest. So once you get 1600, boom, you get the chest, and then you're good to go. And if you that's definitely not going in order. But once you get your first piece of conquest gear that we talked about, you're gonna grab that piece of conquest gear and you're gonna fly all the way out here. And if you're like me, your mount will probably get really tired and you'll have to take a little break. But if not, you can make it all the way out here to the creation catalyst. Let's see if we can do it. Come on, dragon. Come on, I know that all that rank 1 gladiator armor is heavy, but you got this, dude. Come all the way up here. And here is your revival catalyst or creation catalyst, whatever. You're gonna take your conquest shoulders that you bought. I don't have them. You're gonna take the conquest shoulders you bought. You're gonna plop them in here. They're gonna be like, "Are you sure?" And you're like, "Yep. I guess I can upgrade these for free." Okay, because they're old. But anyway, that's what you do. You bring your stuff over here, plop it in there, it upgrades it, make sure that it's going to go to 5. I mean, you should have bought the right one. It'll turn into like a haste verse piece, and then cool, then you wear that bad boy. Looking good. So that brings us basically, I think, to all I wanted to talk about. Besides, perhaps now would be a good time to talk about enchants. And in order to talk about enchants, I'm going to hop back on my other character. But I think that covers it, right? Basically, you log in, get your honor gear, if you can get it already. If not, then farm either, you know, random BGs. But my recommendation would still be a Battleground Blitz, because you can solo queue that. It's fast-paced, it's fun. You're going to get your vault gains, you're going to get honor, you're going to get conquest. It's a lot of bang for your buck. But, you know, if you want to do some epic BGs because you need your quest done, cool. If you want to do RBGs because you got your full honor gear and you want to earn some conquest and some rating towards 1600, all good. Those are all fine options. But it kind of depends on how far along you are in your character progression. But anyway, I'm just gonna hearth back so I can be Inval Draken on the alt. Maybe I'll play this guy a little bit. Could be fun. But for enchants and stuff, I'm gonna log back onto my main warrior. But I did want to show you guys just the basics there, because we're walking you guys through the basics. I know that there might be some new and returning people who can benefit from this information. And again, I'm sorry that it's a little bit disorganized. But honestly, this kind of video and already being under 20 minutes is probably excellent for me. You might be able to find a cleaner, more streamlined guide, but I wanted to make this video for you guys, and this is what you're getting. All right, so here's what I got on my main right now, just to walk you through all of my gear. We are rocking the Versatility Mastery helmet. We are rocking the Mastery neck with 70 Mastery, 33 haste, which is called Keen and Nelthorite, and then we have the Skillful Limited Diamond. We've got Sholds, right? We converted these into tier, good to go. At this exact moment, I'm rocking the Haste Verse Cloak with Homebound Speed enchanted on it. I'm rocking the tier chest that I told you guys we bought with the 1600 token. I do have Sustained Strength on there. The other option you have is Waking Stats. Waking Stats will just slap a little more strength on it, but a little bit less stamina. So I went with the stamina option, be a little more durable. But if you wanted to slap 150 stam, 150 strength on there, send it. I've got Versatility Mastery bracers with 200 speed on there. Got Versatility Mastery gloves. I have Haste Versatility belt with the Shadowed Belt class, which is kind of an expensive enchant. Not necessary, but it just gives you more stam. Versatility Mastery legs with Fierce armor kit on there. That gives you strength and stam. We've got my boots with Plains Runner's Breeze on there. This is interesting because I'm glad we're talking about this, because I actually did want to change my enchants on my rings. My rings, I would rather them be enchanted with Mastery. I initially just sort of slapped Versatility on them, and then I realized, holy moly, we actually have like 45% verse, which is fine, except you will be suffering a 20% DR on that. But if you want to be really tanky, that's fine. So when you just buy all your honor gear, you can just, you know, go haste verse, like go crazy. But I'm actually going to slap this on for mastery, and then we're going to take another look at this. And then I'll go hit the dummy real quick, and I'll show you what we're working with in terms of total stats. And then I'm playing humans, so I'm playing you know, both DPS trinkets like a Zug man. But if I wasn't, I would probably be playing one of the medallion along with the haste trinket if I was playing something else. Gnome is really, really good. I just can't really bring myself to do it right now. All right, so this puts my stats at 28%, 36%. But haste and mastery are both currently suffering no penalty. My versatility, despite my best efforts, is still really, really high, suffering a 20% penalty. This will change as the season goes on. But I, again, have mixed and matched my bracers and cloak and legs to have like 28% haste and then a bunch of mastery, and still having a ton of verse, even though we've got the shoulders with haste mastery. And eventually we'll use like this guy, and then we even with the weapon on, we still have 42% verse. Isn't that crazy? A little bit more crit, and we'll see how that goes as the season goes on. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video for you guys to kind of give you an idea of, you know, one, for my experienced WoW gamers, my warrior homies who tune into the vids and want to know what I'm up to. This is what I did with my first set of resources, and what I'm planning to do with my resources after that. And for my brand new and returning buds, I mean, like, for example, my buddy Sony, the legend, he's coming back to retail, and so I was able to talk him through some of these basics just for like a second on stream, which is a good warm-up for wanting to make this video for you guys too. Because if you guys are new and returning to Shadowland, I always do that, man, still doing that, to Dragonflight Season 4, it's a pretty fun time to get in the game. I know that what we talked about is kind of seems like a lot, but it's actually not that much setup to do. And once you have done this, you're pretty much just ready to game. There's not like a lot of extra grind weekly sort of time gating that you have to do. You just get your crafting done, you get your gear done, and you get your tier set acquired, and you're pretty much ready to rock. So if you guys are thinking about trying Dragonflight Season 4, hop in. It's a lot of fun. We'll be playing this on stream, on Twitch, and on YouTube. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to hop in, say what's up. Happy to answer, but I wanted to get you guys set up with some of the basics, all right? Get your honor gear, get your crafting done, get your tier set rolling, and have a blast, all right? Thanks for watching. Have fun out there. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Let me know if I forgot anything, and we'll make sure we keep you guys updated with plenty of helpful videos and, of course, guides in the future, all right? Here's a quick glance at my talents that I'm running. I know we would have it. Here's the basics, all right? If there's no other build, you're like, I just want to play one build, tell me what to do, this is the build you should play, all right? That's what I'm playing right now, at least, testing things out. Maybe play Unhinged if you can get a lot of Mortal Strike value. Throw a Battlefield Commander in there, have a blast. All right, anyway, now we're done for real. Well, no, we don't need to get into the Armor's Warrior guide yet, but anyway, I'm just trying to cover my bases, all right? Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Peace.